Hey, hello there. So I'm continuing today with my Cupendiepes, a tribe of bad people that hide themselves in caves. So we have done some concept for them here, some base idea. It evolved a little bit, but we did this one. We did a few sketches, end up handling two of them, and this one was the one we are going to go with. And I reworked on 2D so I could put everybody in perspective, see there's some fun stuff that I was able to do there, and has some basic texture that I added later. And there is a lot to do here because it's a bunch of layers here that all are 3D paths. So we're gonna see all that we can uh, salvage from this and add to the painting. So it helps us bring to a rendering point that is interesting. And with all these passes, hopeful like we end with a better one than if we just continue painting. I was able to like put these people and other bats in, move them around to see the position. So that was fun. But now we go back to painting. So here, first here is the Eve. The Eve has a little problem because he already does more than one. But very normally I work with uh, if it has interesting things, I blend with the cycles. This first one, that's the base one, is cycles on Blender. So there are two different main rendering results. But I don't think this one will so much. This had some more interesting shadows. Yeah, this one shadows not only too dark, but their light hit a little bit too much, and I know we can see on this one better that there is a bunch of hanged bats, but I will work so that shows anyway. And here we have, oh, I already, yes. So this is the dimension occlusion. I did one with a lot of spread, so it can catch a lot of details and create some nice silhouettes, like you can really see this guy and this guy in this way, like this guy is very chill. So sometimes I do this with overlay, but I don't know if that's too freaking strong. I want things to be more visible, not less. We could change some of the levels in this, make everything more light. Take out the really big dark. Let me see. It's still really hard to see some of the guys that I do want them to show up. But I only work with the lights. Weird. Oh, no, I want. Oh, okay, I wasn't here. So I'm trying to, with the levels, bringing some details, because a lot of them are really in dark. This one and this one. And I would like them to have some details. I could just paint it, but I did handle it, so it would be nice if I could get something out of this. Screen is too much. Dodge. I could just hit the ones I need to. Like soft lighting, hard light. I'm not lighting. Oh, okay, you are doing something. Okay, wait a minute. We'll go back to the overlay. It was really low. Yeah, it's still not working. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this guy here just doesn't wanna be in light. So the main one, this worked much better. So I may just paint it. Just spread out a little bit. No, this is okay. We do have this mist. I don't know how good this mist is. So mist is pretty much the depth of the image. So what is more far to the camera is lighter. So this for a way to do kind of a distance perspective. It's kind of nice. They are a little too close, but I think I do want this guy to be a little bit lighter. I think I can force something here. Level correction. Yeah. So it is a little bit more cut out. Even if I'm forcing a little bit, it's fine. In this, normally I just do screen. So this one, like now these darks that were here are nowhere near as dark as the one in front, and really, like we can see much more clear the silhouette of this bad guy on front as it is now. Everything gets a bit more cut out. Of course, it's going pretty far. And okay, I will probably still erase here on this part where the light will really be hitting less, and it can have a gradient. Doesn't need to be this light. And some gloss. So gloss pretty much gets some really shining parts and cuts out. So if I want to make this extra, it's already a little bit too much of the light. I will probably tone it down a little bit. Doesn't need to be that, cut out everything. So yeah, normally this next two are kind of optional. Color dodges, and this just blows everything away. Does some okay lighting here and there. I may cut some parts of it. And this one it is really like this blowout light that is in the sky in this one. So it really just get the light and these gradients of the light that gets around it and some of the bounces. So it's pretty nice to color dodge. Blam. So way too much. But it creates this something in the hand, so we can like put way less of this. Sometimes what I do is not really like it's taking away a lot of the color that has this light by turning it down. So another option is always make everything a little bit darker actually, so that won't really go out so much. Can let it have some range here. And I'll probably play around still with some of this here. Yeah, there's some fun things. The wing got a little too light somewhere. This. So we may go back on that. So I want to have some. And also we won't get to like perfect white here. I make no necessity of that. It would be nice to have color instead. So yeah, it can be yellowish, it's fine. More of this, more a bit more saturated. And now we're going to the place where it hurts. I did make it more nice for you guys, and I look at this first. So it's not as saturated as it normally is, this layer, but it is still something. So you have been warned. I will turn on my cloud layer, which is this guy. So this is pretty much so we can have selection really easy, and that's pretty cool. So when we editing, because it's a 3D render, we don't really have but it's so bad at selection right now. Yes. Yeah, normally something more like this. We don't have layers when we render, so having this help us get started. We could even separate in layers, but since this is a thing from me to me, I don't think I will actually layer most things. I think I will take amateur occlusion again, put it way up there. So I'm going to, let me see how this looks. Okay, yeah, we do have them very well silhouetted here. We do have the drawing of this guy that are mostly not really showing. So let me see if overlay brings anything. a little bit. Level correction. I'll take out a little bit of the dark. And we'll go back to the layer of paint here. And get just these guys. There's one here, here, here. Oh. And we have more here. Okay. I think we got it now. And we only affecting them now. Yay. So we do have more detail on them. They are a bit too dark, so I probably will take out some. But let more this slight details. Yeah, they exist now. Where they pretty much didn't. They now are something. Yay. So the effect on the wing is not much problem. Probably just overlay, and I'll get more orange, a little bit more red. Just because blood on the wings. And then some a little more intense parts. Just get this started. I will change the shape here, as I made here like much smaller. There was a reason for that, and I ended up leaving a little bit too much. That's okay. Can paint a lot of this yet. I do have this stone here, so I'm gonna work on these rocks. I don't think I will go here, but just in case. And set to lighting, so it will only affect things that are darker than the color that I am using. So here in this side the light wasn't really helping so much as in the down part here. So that's a quick way to add it, and a bit more where we are just close to the top. Should be almost not visible. Here there is a little problem. Let me see if I got everything okay. So I will duplicate this guy, delete what I did, and now I'm gonna darken actually, because these rocks here are just too white, and that's not great. And also just really pausing just to leave the idea that I don't want this to be this white here. So this space will need a lot more work than right now. We got some really funky square here, probably something that with the UV that I didn't grasp on the ender. I remember that I was fighting a bit with this, but I don't exactly know what left those there. But they will be gone in a magic moment. There's also like this really, because of subdivise and, well, 3D stuff, we don't have a perfect perfect caving here of all things. It would be nice if it was still more here blow up more, and that here be of similar color than there. Just gonna mark things and start to do a lot of blocking where there's stuff to do here and here and here, a lot of stuff that will rework. And try to improve from the sketch. I didn't like sculpt this whole mouth thing here, and here also I went to until one place, and then I left to do here because it's fun. So I try to do everything that I think the 3D would do better and would be helpful. And now I will continue on Studio Paint. So just gonna mark here. So we have this concept. It has gonna have 2 eyes each side. Just nose. You will have to do this. All this coating that he has, go all the way here. That's pretty cool because it's going to make like the dark that is under this mouth with this, all this coating kind of blend, so you don't know where it starts, where it ends. And that helps with the creepiness that I want to pass. At least a little bit. We have the second arm underneath. And yeah. So their skin a little bit more pale and blue here because of the cave, but I will still add some warm colors to them. So you just putting all these pieces that I need to make here. Just so I can go here and go revisiting everything several times. Doing this part, the rendering. So this one, I'm gonna have ears more to the side. This guy is gonna be that farm bat that has ear more to the front. We can, when we get to rendering them further, we can take a look at them again. But this one we have really like to the front of his head. But here, of course, we have much less detail than these two guys here on front. I just want to be like kind of visible that he's a different kind of bat. And we have these lip guys. It doesn't need to even show the eyes because they'll be close. I'll just try to make this points always more creepy as possible. Okay, I had some lights problem here, but I think it's gone. Oh, this guy here will need to be lighter. Who can help me? Yeah, okay, this guy here, this two doesn't need to be included. This amateur occlusion layer that I did, we can see the one in front, we can then guess that these two are also bats people hanging up. Oh, here we have some sketch texture. If I'm going to do feet, I prefer to like have 2 feet. Like it's a chance to make some feet silhouette showing. So And this one, even where it's kind of bad here, probably just be more of a plain color. It's not gonna be really much detail here, doesn't make sense to have. We're going to have all these stone details around here. We're just going to place some mirrors so I don't forget anything there. Just leaving stuff to detail. Also remember that I do have to add details to this, the connections. Of the wing. It's here. Yeah, probably this finger can be a little bit bigger. And some hints here too. Yeah, I completely forgot to do our wood texture, but I also have some, like I do have to add. I think I'll add this later, because I do have a bunch of reference. Plus he's gonna be a nail person. Here we have a little bit more red too by the end. Because of all this light, the back of the ear. Probably do some overlay with red. So here on these stones, I did try to like hint that it would look a little bit like some paths. It's fine if it's not totally done, but to a point. Because it does give a little impression that like going upwards, it gets smaller. There's space here, more space going down. Also breaking a lot of the roundness. There is some places I'm going to leave a little bit more sharp. Some pointings on the cave. Yeah, we have some really white here. Here. Layer. That's all the warning I'm giving. And see if we can go back here. Like, leave everything a little less white. I don't think we're gonna need much white in this paint. I will work on this thing, but because this white is like, yeah, lots of white here. It's also bothering me, but trying to look at everything more broad at the moment. I can fish this. Somewhat buffed fella, but not too much. We have some light hit on the side here. We can have some more silhouette here too. We'll probably add more light. So it's a little more visible. Yep. Over here also, I guess a little bit more plain, some parts. Doesn't need to be so volumetric there. This guy would also get some on his wing here. Some extra shines. And he gets his opposite thumb right here. The other brush. And this probably I will turn down this wing, but also I can just roll. Put this fur instead, because the wing really would be coming from under his arm here, so it was coming much his back. We can just out of the fur. It could be one with like really furry, like on the back here. And that would just solve some problems too. Now we will have this. It will have very little. for this guy, which is very big, and I was going to be spending a lot of time with him. He does need more, but the workman fell up like a little lights that are going to be hitting. Set far. So we do have, like, yeah, the main light is hitting him, and I'll probably extend this to like part of his nose here. One eye, and the second eye. And then we have darkness here. Yeah, and this darkness just goes. We have here. It's nice. This extend a little bit here. And we continue. And then we actually have this soldier fur to be, yeah, like this one is going this side. Have all these nice highlights here. Okay, can extend here a little bit. When we end up having also a little bit warm lights here, hitting from the ear. Yeah, also one thing at the handle that was looking weird and was kind of hard to move in the scope, because I tried to just pull with blender. So this part here, but I should have like show a little bit of the inside of the ear. It's not all the outside like it's shown here, to be a little bit bat-like. Okay. Next time I pull the reference so we can do all the ears all a bit different from each other. So we have several bats. Yeah, these ones would be just more saturated here. So I'm going with the tips. So has some mouth, bat mouth, and then a human, more human-like mouth. We'll see how much detail we need to add so this look like a human mouth side. And we'll need this light to magically be here too, so I can have more forms here. Here would be like, and here we have what? Sphinx, these bat ears. On this two will be showing. There are some darks here that doesn't need to exist. We can grab, sorry for the lack of warning there, but this one, yes, here will be pure darkness, so just going to, it's better to be under. You don't need to worry much about the texture and not look at it again. Okay. Just a second. Okay, and I don't know if I put this for here. I think it will cover so much of the fellas there. just dark. Just okay, here we have, like, there's little bit of texture error. Okay, we'll finish a little before sky. Well, we do have spot here. I probably didn't grab this last times. Yeah. Oh no. I'm back. Oh, this guy. It's going to be a problem. What would be mostly fleeting would be the cave itself, and quite a lot. So could look like something more plain, but I need it to not to be so. We have some kind of reflection on inside, so else it's kind of boring. course, you will have also this. This one I will just have. Well, I could have this thief too. I think that it will have enough. This for the bad thieves to exist. And this would be warmer. I'll leave this here because it's a nice weird muscle. And it's there. Behind arm, pushing. Long layer. Doing more thin ones, but still not going to detail this a lot. You'll have it starts there, here, and then it goes to these dark ones. Also would have here. Yay. Come back, yes. Okay. So here more fun little points. Oh, thanks, Harvard. Welcome. Thanks. I'm working on my bat guys now. So here on top is sketch that I'm now working here, and this is kind of the concept I worked before. Well, I've been doing on and off all my life, but really like trying for the more professional. It would be really 2014 or 15, around that. Then I really start to study into like I need to do this. So, but yeah, about working kind of 2016. But yeah, a little bit on my life. Thumbnail. Oh, thanks. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I try to organize the values in this one. I made was two options. I end up with the sketches, but I end up doing this one, and I reworked it afterwards in 3D, so I could move the guys around and play a little with all the scenario. It was the handle was like this, so I did get some textures from the rocks and whatnot. But I still like a lot of things to go. Yeah, I like to work like this mainly on a scene with a lot of elements. It's pretty fun. The last one I just painted was I'm really doing a bunch of legends from Brazil. That wasn't particularly was where is it? Oh yeah, was Capelobo. Oh yeah, Capelobo. Yeah, was this one. This one I just painted. I didn't was 3D because it was just humanoid in the scenario. I could have made this thing 2D and whatnot, but end up being fun to just paint a lot. Yeah, so yeah, this is this profile were humans. Oh, thanks. Yeah, this one I painted. This other one, new one. This is on the 3D. I worked the texture there, so there's a lot. It was more like I did the volumes. There's a photo, and I'm going to paint on top. So a lot of work like to blending. Like here, it still look very digital, but normally end up looking more like this by the time I end it. But it does give you a nice path in life to how to work it. But yeah, this is like he eats insects, so and just lost humans he attacks, so there is a hand here. But this one I'm working the Cupendiepes, they are a tribe of bat like people, and they live hidden in caves. So here I put like there is a entrance to the caves that are kinda upward, so they are really hard to find, and there is a bunch of them. This one I will light a little bit more because it's Even the silhouette will be hard to see if it's so dark. Just so you can see the hints of light on him. Yay. So I'm marking a lot of things now to render and trying to get the main shapes. But I'll probably really start out of render next time. Here, trying to get all colors in place and whatnot. You just have idea of some spikes here, spiky cave. So like the structure of it changes a bit when you go deeper. Here's giving some weird curves, just not necessary. Yeah, you have to like do a lot of manual work. I do have some brushes that will help here. As this part just didn't handle too well, just was too much white, so and it was just calling too much attention. So I'll work it in here. So I think you'll get did have reference here just so we can see some bats. So I do have some fungi here. So here actually it's mostly Ford. Like I will have something still like music. Yeah. In the year. Yeah, here is too white still to have anything. I can do a, let me see if this layer darken. Just to speed up the process here. Oh, I'm on overlay layer, that's why. It's not. This one here specifically, it would be that funny one. Where is he? I don't have a funny one here. Okay, I have a bunch of them. These guys. So I wanted one to at least to represent like this. They have really big ears and its front. And a big nose too. But it will be just a silhouette, but still I'll try to fight this around to look like that one. As we go, I'll go back to him, try to make him look more like that. So I had made some fun things like from watching the bats. I wanted to make some weird stuff on his face. And I was not doing it. So let's It's better to be warm, not warm. Yeah. Yes. There's a lot of wind here, so my no brake is having issues. It's normal to like maybe the lights come out when there is a lot of wind, so if it happens, that's what happens. But so far so good. You don't need to be that dark. Okay, he's not looking so friendly anymore. That's good. So this one would be really nice if it shows that more than any other. Since he's so close to the camera, is a little bit more complicated angle to show. Well, you will kinda have to. And he will have much more contrast. And the skin itself, I didn't put more detail. We'll do like some veins, for sure. Skies, Hollywoods. Like, not such a separation between the wings. Also, no pointy here, doesn't need to. Yes, 2 points is enough. Look at all of you here. And on the back, just darken the part that should be more to the back. Just blend with the background a little bit. If I can make to understand, like 3 of them are kinda the bats, everybody else can kinda figure it out that they are the same. So this can be more dark. Now what is this? I think I wanted to just mark that I want this darker, right? I'll help you. Oh, I think I had another page for the mouth. I do have this mouth. Yeah, it's fine that I have these 2 teeth. Big ones here. And then the canine. And then a whole bunch. Like, anyway. Why did I put this photo right here? Now I'll never find. Oh, I find this. Hey, so just some really small ones, like dogs. And then this really big one. You can just go to here, do it darken. So we can also yeah, okay. Starting to exist here. And probably these rocks I would start to do some more texture to have with volume and a bit of movement. There's still a lot of almost white here. Where is that? Yeah, where is that brush? Fix this one. Yeah, so I can. There's more squares. This brush, it helps idea of rocks and dirt. Yeah. And try to make this a little bit more, not such a smooth transition here. Because rocks with all this shadow and shape would probably not, at least most of the time, not such a beautiful gradient. We're gonna rework some points here. It's too pretty. Maybe here would be nice to be a little more dark. So we have this. We have a guy here who's kinda away already. And we have this side of him disappearing to the cave. It will still like have the wing here, which also here would be a little bit more dark. Okay. I did make like just this, but I think I will get a little bit more dark, at least like I'm having them very dark here, so they show up. So I'm going to the plane layer again, just to make selection. Okay, so I'm just gonna get pretty much black, at least like on the intersection of them have more dark, just so they don't look like they are just floating. Yeah, I'll work on that. This still doesn't need to have an end here. Yeah, we'll have some dark spots. Yeah, this guy here will have pretty much the stone. At least in these 2 points here. I think I'll make like this 1 feet here. Yeah. Let me put an axe in 1 more of them at least. Maybe this guy could change his hand to have an axe. The legendary do have, so I do like Rocky X, which I didn't really did much with it. I do have some X here. Maybe want to do 1 more Rocky, so there would have to be a lot of ropes. And it's looking a little too light in this part here. So here would be just be this one. You can at the end do one more bloom in everything, because that would be over all the details. So then I will go over with overlay layer and really do a more bloom on all this. And more light. This could have a little bit more the orange. Be nice if you like, oh, at least a little bit connects. It's just so show like this path. It's like these rocks are getting smaller. Here is bigger. So we have this idea of size. You're going down and up there. It's far away. The faster we can make this smaller, better. I could add some here too. Oh, okay. I think I will stop here for today. I will 9% chance that I will be here tomorrow again. Probably even start a little earlier and go until around this time. I will continue to render. There is still a lot to go on, but we kind of have everything on places. I shouldn't change much of color. I do sometimes play with gradient maps by the end, but just like some effects probably will still go, like there's no light effect in here. This guy will have probably a little bit. Yeah, here will have probably still some, but most things are in place for like rendering. Work a lot on this guy's skin, on this guy is gonna be a lot of work on him, but I'll continue tomorrow. But this is fun. The first legend that I do with like a lot of guys, so that's cool. And yeah, if you want to check out, please follow so you'll get notified when I'm back, and I'll be back tomorrow. Thanks guys, we'll see you now or in the future, and have a great day or night.